But came back and made two big ones right after
made
that.
two big ones later. He was 6 of 8. It's not like he
Yeah.
he left a whole bunch of points at the free throw line, but he's like an 85 to 88% free throw shooter, I think, when all is said and done this year. So he's just an incredible young player, and for as long as Paulo is out, and hopefully it's not very long, he's going to be the A1, and we know that this team can win games with him like that.
Well, let me ask you this, and then we'll wrap up here. But the last thing that I want to get from you is, what was more fun? Was it more fun to win that game in Madison Square Garden, or to sleep for 45 minutes and come in and the stream not work? Like, which of those two scenarios?
I see.
I'm thinking about it.
I'm good because I just wanted to spend time
here,
with you.
To be here,
I
to
was
do
just
this
trying to
and
get
it not
here. I
working.
was just trying to get here, spend time with my people.
Okay, so you're fine
Spend
with that.
time. I had bagels that I had to give Chrissy.
So it worked out anyway.
So yeah.
Well, we apologize. We might be having some technical difficulties, and we'll just finish with this thought for those that aren't on the YouTube channel, because we do have people on TikTok and MySpace and all these other forums that are watching as well. So the Magic next up, the Brooklyn Nets coming here on Friday. Now you got to keep this momentum going. Hopefully we get good news today on Paolo Banchero. He'll get an MRI. That right groin strain, we're hoping he's okay. We're hoping if he does have to miss time, it's not much. But who knows? Maybe he can even be out there tomorrow against Brooklyn. Jake, you have a chance to get over 500.
Yeah.
If you're one game out of fifth, you're 2 games out of second here in the Eastern Conference. So for all the panic, and I get it, it was founded. You weren't defended, and you were struggling to make shots. Hopefully you've latched onto your identity. You get it. You've gotten in better shape, which I think is huge. You've built some continuity. Jalen Suggs hopefully will be in the lineup for the majority of these games here moving forward. Hopefully we can figure that out. But as you look at building continuity, continuing to latch onto your defensive identity, you've got an opportunity now to hopefully maybe string some together, and it starts tomorrow with Brooklyn.
Yeah, you look around the Eastern Conference, too. Detroit's won 8 straight. They look really good. It's one of the teams, obviously, that beat you. The Cavs are, pulling wins out of hats with all their guys missing games, as they always seem to do. And then everybody else is like 7-4 and 7-5, and so you're right there. Yeah, you're still a 10 seed, but after a 1-4 start to the season with all the changes that we talked about, you feel like you're starting to kind of find your groove right now. Friday's a good test because it's a team that has absolutely nothing to lose, and we
absolutely.
right now have a lot to lose. Just when you're talking about momentum.
I think the fact it's
Momentum.
an NBA momentum. The fact that it's an NBA Cup game,
Exactly.
I think makes you lock in initially.
That's a great point for sure. I think I think that's valid, and we've been. I can't wait to ask them if the NBA Cup changes their approach or makes it mean anything more. I don't think anybody's ever asked that question of Jamal Mosley.
No,
or
it'll be
of
brand
any of
new.
our players.
It'll be brand new. We'll find out how. Does
Four
that
times a
does
year.
that make you lock in even more? We do have the stream back up, so we'll kind of peruse through some of these. And we apologize, everyone, for the technical difficulties. We really do. They're doing some construction outside, and so I think that's what's causing some of this. I saw a crane and a dump truck, so that's probably where we.
I did 4 laps before anybody let me in.
Well, and this is the thing. We're working on we have a scanner to get into the building. We've just completely dismantled it with nobody there to let us in.
Right.
So that makes it challenging. And is that why you had to do 4 laps?
Well, yeah. I'm like halfway climbing the fence, and I'm trying to show them, look, guys, before the snipers get me, I've got a credential. They think I'm casing the place for crying out loud.
You would think, right? Like, just for all you tech people out there, like if you're going to dismantle the only entrance to the building, have somebody there that can still let you in. And I think that's kind of something that we can all learn.
We are salty this
if
morning.
You just dismantle everything, and then that leaves us in a tough spot trying to get into the building. Okay, prying A, I like this. Can we finally talk about Goga Bitadze now? Yes.
All right.
Yes, we can talk about Goga Bitadze. Goga finished last night with 10 points, a perfect 6 of 6 from the line, 2 of 2 from the floor. The only block that he had, they didn't give him credit for because he blocked it into the basket.
Right.
Is that unbelievable?
That was incredible.
He blocked it, spun it on the backboard, and it went in. The shot by Josh Hart.
He should get a point for that.
He should. Listen, I think you're not going to see the numbers, Jonathan Isaac. But he had a couple of big steals. He had 5 rebounds. I'm hoping that 3 falls. I'm feeling for him because I know he puts in the work, and we just haven't seen it go down yet. But it will. And he had to start without Paolo Banchero. He had to start that third quarter.
Yep.
So I think that was huge. And when he's been called upon, He's done a great job.
It's 2 straight games that J.I. has impacted the game.
Yes, he has.
And he didn't score the basketball really at all last night. Hit a couple free throws. That's what you need, because you don't need J.I., in my opinion, for 30 minutes a night. You need him for 15 really good defensive stopper minutes, and I think that's what we're trending towards right now.
Yeah, it certainly is. And so hopefully that can continue. And with Goga Batadze, though, the backup center, I mean, it's been kind of a slow start for Goga. I think he'd be the first one to tell you that. But I thought he was very active, very impactful last night. Even just the mere fact that he's soaking up fouls. I mean, Karl Anthony Towns picked up 5 personals. Jalen Brunson ended up fouling out of the basketball.
He was 6 for 6 at the free throw line last night. I mean,
we're a different team when he's aggressive like that.
Absolutely. Look, our second year, and if you want to get into the Knicks a little bit, I think they still have depth issues. I mean, an injury to anybody in the starting 5 is a killer, but they're still figuring out how to use that bench. And it's a little confounding to me why Jordan Clarkson only played 11 minutes when they were looking for somebody to make shots.
No, you're right.
But I think they'll be fine. But our bench, it was 43 to 45 bench points. They actually scored more because they got a little bit more balance. But our bench, Gogo was a plus 23 when he was on the floor. Yes. Tristan a plus 22. Our bench severely outplayed their second unit, in my opinion.
Well, and it's a tough break for Jalen Brunson. You score 31 points and you're a minus 20.
Right.
About that. Now that's because he played 37 minutes, but think about that. I mean, he was the only thing keeping them remotely connected. He had no help last night. He will. That's a different looking team, and guys weren't making shots. And yes, our defense was stellar. We did leave a lot of guys open for 3 last night. Thankfully, they didn't go down.
They missed a couple. But that's a team that shoots 47 threes a game, and we only allowed him to shoot 36. And that's part of what we do. We run teams off the 3-point line.
The defense is coming. That's the calling card for this team. That's a team that scored 130 points or more in each of the 3 previous games.
First time in Knicks history.
Right, that they had done that. Exactly right. And then you hold them to 107. I mean, that's what you have to hang your hat on. And now, going into that game, you were 9th in offensive rating and 10th in defensive rating in your previous 6 games. You certainly didn't help yourself on the defensive end with what you did last night, Jake.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think you're starting to feel that come together, and the offense is still going to be a work in progress. But boy, it's a hell of a lot better than it was a year ago at this time, and even it's a heck of a lot better than it was in the back half of the season. Like, you never found an offensive identity last year, and if you did, it was we can't shoot.
Yes, right.
And so, I mean, right now you're even 12 from 33. That makes everything else look so different. But yeah, the defense, we're starting to get back to what we knew I didn't think that was going to go away entirely. We've got the same personnel in this coaching staff and it's defense.
Yes.
But you're right. When you're focusing more, it's an effort-based, aspect of the game. And when you're focusing more attention, and this, we'll get back to the pace conversation, on offense and on trying to move with pace, trying to take care of the basketball, trying to learn new concepts, then defense likely is going to slip. Now I think you're seeing a group of guys that are comfortable with what they're doing on both ends of the floor, and as you sort of sharpen what happens defensively, this thing could look pretty special pretty soon.
And listen, let's do this. We're going to stay on with you guys. We've got some comments here, so as long as you want to keep submitting comments, we'll answer them. So we'll do that offline. That's going to do it for this edition of Magic Insiders, presented by International Diamond Center. Terrific win last night for the New York Knicks. So that'll do it on the broadcast side. We'll talk to you tomorrow, 6 o'clock right here, 96.9 The Game. For everyone else, we're going to stay right here with you and continue these comments. Jake, I want to get your thoughts on this from T4A. Portuguese fan here. Last night, couldn't watch the whole game because I got really sick. So, unfortunate for Paulo.
You have the lobster back.
Unfortunate for Paulo, but I think we'll go on a win streak with Franz leading the way. So, 2 things. It's a lot of information there packed into the comment as well. But number 2.
We hope you feel better.
We do hope you feel better. We don't want anybody being sick, but I hope you feel better now. At least enough to comment. But can we go on a run? Unfortunate for Paulo, but can we go on some sort of a run here now, to his point?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I don't think Paulo's going to be out for too long, knock on wood. You hope that's the case. We'll know more today, and I don't want to speculate at all. But for sure, I think regardless of opponents and what's coming up, just keep doing what you've been doing. The offense is, I think it's light years ahead of where it was last year, and I think there's still plenty of room for it to improve. And you're getting back to defense. You're seeing some good contributions from different guys on different nights, and I think that is what you need in an 82-game season. That's what the entire goal was. Okay, we're going to alleviate some of the pressure on Paulo and Franz so that it doesn't feel like they got to score 30 every night in order for us to win. Right now, Desmond Bane is playmaking. I fully expect there's going to be a handful of games where he only has 2 or 3 assists, but he scores 30 points and makes 5 or 6 threes. Jalen's minutes are creeping up. Like there's still a lot of meat on that bone as far as what you can get out of this team. Not to mention your second unit is filled with guys who are either very young and just scratching the surface, i.e. AB and Tristan da Silva, or guys that you're still kind of waiting for it to click. Like I think Tyus Jones still has something to show us for sure.
No question. And I see the comments on Tyus.
He's struggling.
He'll be the first one. It's been a slow start.
Right.
But he's going to help this team win basketball.
He was brought here for his offensive organizational skills, not turning the ball over, getting guys in their spots, and knocking down open threes. And he's done a handful of those things. He's not turning the ball over. It's not like he's killing you. He's not a great defensive player. You're going to have to cover for him. He's a veteran, and he's small, and that's just always been an aspect of his game. But there are several backup point guards across the league that profile that same way. And we've got the guys who can cover for him. It's a pretty good group if you've got a guy who specializes offensively. So I think it'll click into place for him. I think you look down that second unit, I saw one comment about let's get our work done early tomorrow so we can get some minutes for Jason Noah. That'd be outstanding. I know you don't want to overlook the Brooklyn Nets, but you've got some development still to be done as far as the second unit goes. Who knows what that looks like come December and January.
And point differential too. I mean, yes, those guys might get an opportunity if you get a big lead, but you don't know because
that's a good point.
That point differential could be huge.
That's a good point.
And the one that taught us about point differential was the Brooklyn Nets. So I think that's always going to be in the back of their head.
Favorite.
Yeah. He just all of a sudden just had it going up had us. We're down by 15. Next thing you know, it's 25, just like that. So how about this? A quick look at the last 7 games where the Magic are 5-2. So